What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another week on the channel. My name is Nick. I'm gonna head over and meet up with Lewis. We're picking up an exciting new mod for the WRX. I'm gonna head over there and I'll let him tell you guys a little bit more about it. What's up, dude?
Not much. Guys, I'm gonna do something today. You guys are all probably really gonna hate me for it. I'm gonna keep it under wraps until we get there. Let's get on the road.
Yeah, I told him that we're getting you new parts. I didn't tell him it was controversial, so we'll see what they have to say.
Oh yeah, you guys might hate me. Who knows? We'll see.
All right, looks like we actually made it here, so we're gonna go check out the parts. Lewis is doing that right now, and then once he decides on them and we actually have picked them up, we'll show you guys what we got. But this dude has a pretty dope old Impreza wagon.
All right, you guys, I've picked them up. I'm not trying to become an STI, but I really like some of the stuff from that car. So I picked up some 2011 Sti Seats. I wanted to do racing seats up in the front, but I just wasn't ready to commit to that yet with a harness bar in the back, because I like to have people in the back seat, and I don't want that to be a danger for them riding back there. So I figured, what's the next best upgrade? Sti Seats. So these are the leather ones with Alcantara in the middle, and I just think they are so good looking. I had to put them in my car. So let's take a look at them real quick.
What did I tell you guys about the practicality of a wagon? We got a full interior inside the interior. Let's go.
All right, you guys, got the seats all packed up in the back. It is freezing cold. We're ready to get out of here. We're gonna head back, get some Chick-fil-A, of course, and then we're gonna get back, clean up the seats, put them in the car.
So we actually didn't have Chick-fil-A in Seattle until like the last year here, but if you've never had Chick-fil-A, that is hands down some of the dankest chicken ever. I highly recommend it. But let's get back to the car stuff.
All right, you guys, we're back at home base. We got the seats all pulled out, and we're gonna get them all cleaned up, vacuumed, pull out the old interior, get them swapped in, and then we'll show you guys what it looks like.
All right, so we got the car, all the interior out, both front seats, the rear seats. For anyone looking to actually do this themselves, pretty easy. The side pieces here, there's just a rod that goes in there and it slides out. Other than that, there's just one metal piece right here. There's a bracket that you unscrew this piece, and there's a bolt down there, and that'll release the back seat. And I just unclipped the actual seat belt there just to tuck it up out of the way. But it's all good. We're gonna start putting the new interior back in.
Alright, so the bases from my seat were in a little bit better shape than what STI seats I just bought, so I'm actually deciding to swap the bases. Now, on the passenger seat, that was a very unbolt and then bolt back on swap. For the driver's seat, unfortunately, it's not so easy. So it's actually all one piece that's riveted in, and we can't remove those. So I'm going to go ahead and do, because I do want to swap the bases on the driver's side too. So we're going to go ahead and start to unbolt the cover, take the cover off, separate the bottom and the back of the seat, and then we'll remove the covers completely, swap it over to my original WRX seat, and then get it installed in the car. So let's get to it.
Well, we took a massive L. I'm gonna let Lewis explain.
We took a massive L. I think I took a massive L with this one. So originally we got the seats here, we had them sitting here, and I go, Nick, does this seat look kind of crooked? He goes, no, I mean, it's just the way it's, you know, the floor is uneven in the car, so it's just tilted to one way. Well, turns out I put everything in the car, and everything, all the seats are just shifted to the left. And I'm pretty sure the seats were pulled from an STI that were probably in an accident. So the frames are a little bit bent in the seats. The covers themselves are fine. So the plan now is to switch over all the STI covers to my WRX cushions and all the core inside parts that are straight on my WRX seats. So this one was a major L for us. This is a sad day. So we gotta probably come back next week when I get the hog rings to reattach the seat covers, and we'll go from there once I get the parts I need. So
Takes now. RIP Lou.
RIP.
Needs a daily.
RIP.
Alright, so it's been about 2 weeks since I actually filmed a clip for the install of the STI interior into Lewis's car, and that's because it's been a total shit show. So I'm not even sure where I left off in the update, but I'm going to give you guys a quick 2-week like spark noted version of what's been happening. So we went to install the STI interior into Lewis's car, at which point we dropped the driver's seat in, and I saw that the driver's seat was actually touching the center console, and I was like, Lewis, was it doing this before? Obviously not. It's not supposed to touch the center console. So we looked at it, and it turned out that this upright portion here of the seat, the frame of it was actually bent. It looked like it got hit by a bulldozer and was bent in. It wasn't super noticeable unless you had it in the car, so that's why we didn't notice it at first. So at that point, we pulled that cover off the seat, and we're gonna swap it over to a new frame that was straight. But there's a few spots on that seat and a few of the other pieces that had kind of threading that was pulled out and just needed to be repaired, which Lewis was gonna do down the road. But because he already had the covers off, he just wanted to go ahead and get that done. So he took it to the upholstery shop. They had to custom order thread, and here we are 2 weeks later. So he's got all of the interior pieces back now, and we're gonna try to start getting this all put back together. It looks like a bomb went off in the garage here because there is 2 sets of interiors, the STI and the WRX interior, that is just taking up all this space. Show you guys a little bit here. But it goes all along this side of the car and then wraps around over here. So yeah, it's everywhere. We're gonna try to get that all cleaned up. Sneak peek, Lewis got some new wheels that you guys will see probably in the next couple weeks or so. But yeah, that is a real quick rundown of what's been going on, why this project has been taking so long, and moral of the story, don't swap interiors in your car. It's a shit show. So to add to the list of things that went wrong with this, when we were swapping everything over, one of the bolts that holds the upright portion of the driver's seat to the base of it actually decided to cross thread itself and snap off within the frame of the base. So now we're stuck with half a bolt that's in there. We're gonna try to drill that out. So wish us luck, hopefully it goes well. All right, so we got the hole that had the bolt in it. Let's see if I have it here. So this is what was remaining of it. I drilled straight through it to get it out, and it was a broken off one of these. So as you can see, that was a thick boy, and got it all cleaned up here. So it's this hole here, and then hit it with a tap and got it all redone. So now it's time to put the seats back together. Hey, we are back in business. So we got the driver's seat all reassembled. So this guy's ready to get dropped in the car. I finished up the passenger seat as well. So that one's over here. This guy is all good to go. So both front seats are good. And then the bottom portion of the back is totally reupholstered back in there, but you have to put the upright portion in first. So Lewis is wrapping that up. While he does that, I'm gonna throw the front seats in and get this project closer to being finished. And just like that, the interior is all swapped into the car. I'll give you guys a quick sneak peek, but I'm gonna save most of the clips for when it's sunnier out and we can take it out in daylight and get some nice shots of the interior. But, just a little quick tease, it's in. What do you think, dude?
I'm stoked. Glad it's over.
Now, before we show you guys those pretty shots of the interior outside, car hasn't been started in honestly 2 weeks, so we're gonna get a nice cold start for the boys. Woo, that's nice.
want me, but I cannot want you back. Say that I'm your world and all of that. Your body and your heart are all mine, but I can't be around to waste your time. No, I got my mother's hopes, but I grew up with my father's soul. Wish you could come over, fix all my holes, but there's something that grows.
All right, that's gonna wrap up the super long process that it was to get these seats changed out in the car. But Lewis, what do you think? Any final words? Was it worth it?
Financially a little bit irresponsible, but at the end of the day, I am absolutely in love with the seats. I know everyone else might not be in love with them, but I'm not building this car for you guys. I do hope you enjoy the build though, but at the end of the day, it's my car. I'm building it for myself, and I absolutely love the seats. I love how they feel, I love how they look, so it was absolutely worth it for me.
Hell yeah, you heard it here first. We support financially irresponsible decisions. And if you like this video, if you didn't like this video, throw us a thumbs up either way. It really helps the channel, and you know the drill. Hit that subscribe button, and you can find us on Instagram at Average Bros Media, and we'll see you next week.
But even the stars run out eventually. No, I got my mother's hopes, but I grew up with my father's soul. Wish you could come over.